all of Pittsburgh basically was like, oh, I know, and he's going to Pittsburgh. Seemed like there was people very excited about it. Then there was people that are indifferent about it. And it feels like, is there going to be any decision at quarterback that the entire city is going to be rallied around? And what are your thoughts on Aaron potentially being your quarterback? And once again, I just retweeted that so people know, like, the guy loves the city. Like, if he was to go to Pittsburgh, loves the city. Thought it should be in the world that we're in right now, especially with how much his name is being thrown to Pittsburgh. That's not me saying I know shit. I do not know anything. I wonder if he does, you know? And, you can text him and call him.
Sure.
Ooh.
But what if he doesn't answer?
Typically.
Bingo.
Like for 5 days or something.
Sure.
Which maybe has been happening. Before we go live, cold FaceTime. Come on. Come on. Give us something. No answer. Then you get a text back like, hey, everything's going good or whatever. It's like, all right. We just want to get a little bit of a lean, at least, on what this could be. So I know nothing. But I thought that video could be good for the current conversation because he does have massive respect for the city, for Tomlin, for everything, and the people over there. How do you feel, and what do you think Pittsburgh's thoughts are on what the quarterback situation is right now?
So to your question, is there a quarterback out there where the fan base is going to be happy? No, that person does not exist at this moment. You put out a couple polls yesterday on Instagram and Twitter on who people thought that quarterback would be. And a lot of people think it's going to be Aaron Rodgers right now, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. Apparently there's some rumors out there. It could be Mason Rudolph.
Whoa.
What?
That's a situation we're hoping doesn't happen, but love Mason.
I don't think Rudolph's coming in to be a starter, but maybe he'll compete. A lot of competition.
What about the draft?
I mean, we're sitting at 20. I don't know if that person exists either. I personally, and I said this yesterday, I think I'm in the minority of Steelers fans. Just because of Aaron's age and everything that potentially comes with Aaron. I'm not a believer in that. I do think Aaron is the best possibility and best chance to win next year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, there's a contingent of people.
Who voted Russ? Who's that? That's Zito's computer? Zito voted Russ. That's what I'm realizing right there.
Yeah.
Okay. He's pulling for Russell Wilson.
You like chaos, baby?
Yeah, he's pulling for Russell Wilson because that means Rodgers would be in the NFC North, maybe, or the NFC East. That's what Zito's pulling for, I guess, if that's the case. Go ahead, Bob.
But everyone's waiting on
51,000 votes is a lot of votes. 13 hours.
Everyone's waiting on Aaron's answer. Who knows when that'll come? And there's things that are definitely working against Aaron in Pittsburgh. One being the national media. The rumors out there that he's looking for a 2-year, $90 million deal, which we believe to be false. Schrags, and I think Schrags just meant this like in a glancing thing. Like he was like, who knows when we're going to get an answer from Aaron? It could be 1 week, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, it could be 4 weeks. Then obviously everyone in Pittsburgh got mad of the idea of Aaron stretching people along for 4 weeks, which we have no idea if that's true or not. I looked into it today.
That is the Aaron Rodgers. That is the Aaron Rodgers thing, though.
Yeah.
Like Schrager says, we don't know when this answer is. Factual statement.
Yeah.
Factual statement. We don't know when it's going to be. Could be 1, could be 3, could be, And then people in Pittsburgh, isn't this guy so fucking special? And it's like, did Aaron say that? Did Aaron talk to Schrager? This is just Schrager.
So Pittsburgh media right now is basically thinking he's looking for $45 million a year, and it might take a month to get an answer, which, we have no idea if that's
And with
true.
everything else you potentially have heard about Aaron, that probably similar vein stuff, it's like, this prima donna piece of, and people in Pittsburgh can feel that way pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
Now, granted, wins games.
Bingo.
Yeah, no one cares.
No one cares.
I got good news.
City of Pittsburgh is a place where if you win some football games, brother,
love you.
Come on in, man.
I got some good news. I looked into it. We are in day 11 of this current moon cycle. We're in the waxing gibbous. We have a full moon on Friday the 14th. So I think if Aaron's moon rocks are fully charged on Friday.
See, that sounds a little condescending.
He could get some answer. We could potentially get some answers.
It sounds
I think he might make a decision Saturday, Sunday after he talks to the moon gods and stuff like that.
Okay.
I know there's people in Pittsburgh, some close to me, who said they won't watch a game if Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback.
Sure.
How close to you?
Super close. I came from his nutsack close.
Your papa?
What's that all about? Why is Coach not
He
calling?
listens to too much local sports talk.
Okay, so there's a lot of
What
people
happened
huh?
there? Yeah, it was what happened
No
there.
news channel.
I would like to let Coach Diggs know that if Aaron Rodgers ends up being a quarterback for the Steelers, which once again we do not know, there is a beautiful pair of front row tickets on the 50 right behind the Pittsburgh Steelers to Game 1 that we would like to offer you. We'll see if he's not watching. Coach Diggs will go, come on.
Yeah, can you imagine Coach Diggs after Rodgers throws 4 touchdowns for the Steelers?
That's pretty good.
I always
Exactly.
Need the bike shorts.
Yes, I stand on the fact that Aaron is the best thrower of the football available right now. I think that's pretty obvious. And when you go and get the weapons that you have, I know Artie and the Steelers want to run the football, but you need to also throw the ball. We saw that a ton last year. I think Aaron's the best option, and that's why I'm still hoping.
Okay, we shall see when his answer comes. Maybe it's next year.
Never know.
That's just happening, and people getting pissed at Aaron Rodgers because Schrager's opining about something that could happen. I just got a stat from Hembo. Number 1 in the NFL in completion percentage targeting vertical routes in 2024 was who?
Russell
Wilson, 56%. Aaron Rodgers, I think I saw you on TV say Aaron would be perfect for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then you immediately said, I am keeping him the hell away from the Minnesota Vikings because he brings too much. What does that mean? And when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers situation, why is Aaron Rodgers the guy that you think should be the quarterback?
Well, ever since they traded for DK Metcalf, it became very clear that their offense just presents a problem. Immediately when they get out of the snap as a defense, you're going, all right, what are we doing? Are we going to try to play coverage? Because then that'll help. The Steelers have the worst run game in the NFL over the last 6 years. Statistically, it's the worst yards per carry run offense in the NFL over the last 6 years. So one of the ways that you help it outside of playing better offensive line-wise is just have less people down near the football. Automatically, that is going to be a question defenses have to ask themselves with DK and George. Now, I've said from the jump, this has to have George as part of the equation. And I don't know if it has become like publicly official that, yes, he is staying, because there has been some understandably question marks attached to, like, does this mean the end for George Pickens? So he's got to be a part of that. But I just look at it and go, all right, as a defense, you got to ask yourself, you're going to play coverage, or you're going to try to stop a run game that hopefully gets a little bit better. And I think that presents really well for Aaron Rodgers. I don't think it's the perfect. For me, it would have been Sam Darnold, but he's clearly the best option. And I think it's clearly the best option for Aaron Rodgers. That's why I get a little bit unknown about what's taking so long to make the decision. The reason why I would not do it in Minnesota would be a massive mistake was you've already made the decision, Minnesota. JJ's the guy. Once you let Sam walk, you've made it clear that JJ's the guy. Aaron's not going there to be a backup. Aaron's going there to try to go win the division and go to the Super Bowl. So this isn't open competition. This isn't hopefully you can play till J.J. McCarthy's fully ready or healthy. We're trying to win the Super Bowl with one of the greatest ever. So, and I would not do that to that young player.
What? Okay, so you wouldn't want another year of J.J. McCarthy in the building, healthy, watching a veteran quarterback for 1 year? I mean, depending upon how long Aaron's playing, we know nothing from Aaron's side. We know nothing from Aaron's side. You don't think that would be an okay move for J.J. McCarthy as a whole, long term with his career, is what you're saying?
I think that you got to be very careful with saying 1 year with a veteran quarterback. Aaron's not a veteran quarterback. Aaron's one of the greatest ever. Aaron comes, whether people like disagree or agree, or there is a lot that comes with Aaron just because of what he's accomplished and the personality that he has. People love him, people hate him. And so are you really sure, Minnesota, it's not just bringing a veteran quarterback in to maybe be the guy for one more year? You're bringing in Aaron Rodgers. That's different. And so when I think you allow Sam Darnold to walk out of the building, you're making the decision as an organization. All right, the young kid is the play. This was the plan when we drafted him. It was trending that way in preseason. This is the play now. We are deciding that J.J. McCarthy is going to be the guy, and we want to now have someone there to support him rather than threaten him. You want somebody in Minnesota that is going to challenge J.J. as a professional, not kind of threaten his job and leadership role within the team.
Got it. Who do you think that would be? Just like somebody 2-3 years in, that's a backup quarterback type conversation? Like Kenny Pickett, for instance, going up there to Cleveland, like a Kenny Pickett type quarterback? Is that what you're saying? Somebody that isn't, as well, I don't know, known, or respected by his peers. No offense, Kenny. Jesus Christ, you're a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, Super Bowl
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
But
You're-
I hope Kenny understands
maybe-
what I'm saying. Somebody that isn't like
I
doesn't
wouldn't
walk
be
into a
surprised if
room.
Kenny Pickett's the opening day starter for the Browns.
Okay, well, good luck to Kenny Pickett too. He came in there and started spinning
Good luck,
it
Miles.
against the Philadelphia Eagles. Miles Garrett came back to win. Kenny Pickett's already won a Super Bowl. Last guy to touch the ball in the
I
Super
think-
Bowl. Kenny Pickett.